celebrate the release of our brand new guitar program, Beginner Guitar Secrets, we're giving away a brand new Fender Player Plus Nashville Telecaster. Look at it, butterscotch blonde, beautiful guitar. Look at that, absolutely stunning. In this video I'll review the guitar and then give you more information about the giveaway, but for now there's more information in the video description if you want it, but for now just know that Beginner Guitar Secrets will be available on the 11th of May and it's epic. Okay, this is our first ever full-size guitar review and I'm gonna, spoiler alert, I absolutely love this guitar. We bought it for the giveaway and I'm already at the point where I'm like, maybe I should just keep it. The box arrived at the we had a team meeting last week and we were like, yeah, let's do a giveaway to celebrate the the new course, and then I ordered the guitar. It arrived at my house. My wife was like, another guitar, and I was like, yeah, but I'm giving this one away. Okay, let's get into the specifics. Right, we're going to start off. I'll just give you a few stats about the guitar. I'll explain where it fits in the Fender range, then I'll play it for you, run through some of the things that are on here in a bit more detail. So if you think about Fender's range, like maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but their range kind of starts off with the Squire stuff. It's not branded Fender. That's the the more budget option. The next step up is the Fender Player series. The next step up from that is the Fender Player Plus series, which is this one. So the Player and the Player Plus, they're both made in Mexico. And then after that, you're getting into sort of Performer, American Pro country. They're made in America. Then you get onto the sort of Ultra, the American Ultra, and then above that I think you've got basically like the custom shop stuff. So generally the cheapest stuff is made elsewhere, and the Player series, Player Plus, is Mexico, and then above that you're into the American made stuff. I've got to say, I don't know how much difference it makes nowadays where the guitar is made. I always feel like as long as the guitar is made with love and care, then it doesn't really matter to me what geographical border the guitar is made in. Certainly this guitar is an absolute belter, and if it was made in America I don't think it would be any better than it is. It's already like top tier. Make no mistake, this is a professional grade instrument. I really love it. I've been playing it for the last couple of days, probably more than I should, and I would say it's every bit as good as my Ultra Tele, which is over there and costs like nearly 3 times as much. I think this is as good. Maybe the pickups on that one sound a touch better, but honestly this one is absolutely brilliant. One of the reasons why I chose this guitar to do as part of this giveaway for the promotion for the new course was because it's a guitar that I've wanted for a long time, and I think other people will feel the same way, because I mean it looks great anyway. I love this shade. Gibson call it TV yellow, I think. Fender call it butterscotch blonde. I love the colour, but the main thing here for me is this pickup. So on most Telecasters you just have a standard Telecaster has a neck pickup and a bridge pickup, and that's what's over here on my Ultra Tele here. Neck pickup, bridge pickup, that's it. But on this guitar we have this one here. Now for those of you that don't know, that's unusual for a Telecaster, and whenever you see that on Telecasters, I think it just started off as a modification that some people made aftermarket on Telecasters. That's referred to as being a Nashville Telecaster, I assume, because that's where it originated. What that means is that instead of having 3 pickup positions, like a bridge and a middle and a neck, you now have 5. So it's basically like a Strat, like this blue Strat here. So what it means is that the Telecaster, which I absolutely adore, I love my Telecaster. For years I only played on a Telecaster. That was my first electric guitar. But I guess if there's something a Strat can do that a Tele can't, then it's those in-between pickup positions where you can blend, the mid with the neck and the mid with the bridge. So the beauty of having this middle pickup on your Telecaster is it gives you the Telecaster, but it also gives you some more options. Kind of like a Telecaster and a Strat hybrid, I guess, is a kind of simple, clumsy way to explain it. But for that reason, I think this is kind of a niche guitar. It's like, okay, some people might really want that. But I think for most people in their guitar collection, I don't know, I feel like this is a guitar that you would get after you already had a Strat or a Tele, or if you wanted to have like a Hall of Fame of guitars in your guitar collection. I don't think this is one of the first ones that you buy. I see this as more of an additional one, and for that reason I thought it'd be perfect for the giveaway for the new course, because it's like, okay, well most people probably don't have a Nashville Tele, so hopefully whoever is the lucky person who wins this guitar, this guitar is going to fill a great space in their collection. Alright, let's get into the specifics and look in detail at the different features of this guitar. First of all, we've got this beautiful butterscotch blonde finish, which I just think looks fantastic. It's got the noiseless pickups, very cool, so that reduces hum, increases the clarity, and it also has the push-pull functionality on here, which I love. So, you know, we've got neck position, middle position, bridge position, but when you're here or here on either of those two, where the neck pickup is usually not involved at all, you can pull this up and that adds in the neck pickup. So essentially what you've got here is you've got 5 positions, but on these 2 here you can do this to give you an extra 2. So essentially you've got 7 different pickup positions. Really, really cool. Also, of course, because this is a Nashville Tele, it has the extra pickup there in the middle, which, you know, isn't usually there on most of the Telecasters, so that makes this a really versatile guitar and allows you to get those in between positions, which gives it that kind of Stratocaster feel. So really this is a guitar that can create, you know, pretty much any tone you want. You know, certainly as single coil pickup guitars go, I think this guitar can genuinely do it all. Lovely, lovely neck on it. It's got the rolled edges, which I adore. I think that makes guitars much, much more playable. I really like that feature. And then a real luxury touch is at the top, which I did not expect, was lock-in tuners. So these are a type of tuner that means that when you put the strings in, you just feed them in just a little bit. I hope you can see that okay. Instead of them wrapping around again and again, you just feed them in a little bit and then just turn the wheel on the back of the tuners to tighten it. So it's a real luxury touch that, you know, that's something that you only really see on like the American Ultra guitars. Also, another little touch that I really like is the jack here. I love that jack input. I wish that all of my guitars had that. I think it looks super clean, and also it looks robust as well, like it won't fall apart. On my other Telecasters, this metalwork here seems to always be coming loose. I really like that design. On the back of the guitar you have the Made in Mexico branding there, the 75th Fender Anniversary Edition, and then down here we have the standard sort of Telecaster cut through string holes, which I think looks really cool. Overall, your impression of this guitar is that it's a really well made guitar. You know, it's a professional grade instrument and everything about it just reeks of quality. I think it's incredible value. So as you can tell, I absolutely love the way this guitar looks, the way it feels in the hand. The build quality is superb. Let's plug it in and listen to how it sounds. Okay, so let's quickly go through each of the positions. So I'll start off on the neck position. My tone's on 10, my volume is on full, everything's off, there's no effects or anything, no reverb, no gain, absolutely nothing. This is just as dry can be. Okay, I'll switch to the position, is that position 4 or position 2? I never really know, I think it varies from one to the other. But this is the blend of the neck and the middle pickup. Middle position. That's really nicely balanced, I like that one. Bridge position. Okay, and then if we add the neck pickup in there, I really like that. And also I love the way that functionality works. I prefer that push-pull to the S1 switch that's on, you know, some of the other, like on the Ultra Strat. I actually prefer that one. And also I love these pots. I think the pots on Telecasters I think are the best pots on any guitar. I love that. And then if we put it here on this position, so we're in between, we're on these 2 pickups, but because this is activated, we've added in the neck pickup. So now we're actually hearing a blend of all 3 pickups. lacks a bit of clarity, that one. I think that's maybe just because of how I've got things EQ'd here. My tone is on full, but I think on that one we might need to boost the treble a bit and maybe drop a little bit of mid out to make that a bit more articulate. That's better. I like that. Again, that feels really nice and well-rounded. It's just a bit, you know, you might need to use an EQ pedal or something just to shape the tone a little bit on that one. Okay, let's do the same, but with some drive. So yeah, so let's add a bit of gain to this party and see how it goes. Okay, so I've added some gain now. Everything else is completely dry. There's no other effects on here except gain. The amp's just set to noon. I'm on the neck pickup. Tone on the guitar is on 10. I like that pickup. It's big and it's fat and it feels kind of vintage. I like that. I really like that. That's a strong one. Okay, we'll go back onto this blended pickup here. So we're using the neck in the middle. You're getting some of that Stratty feel there. I really feel like you can get that. You know, that's slightly out of phase, whatever it is, slightly quacky Strat tone, it's there. Okay, the middle pickup. That one's really articulate and clean and crisp. Okay, and then lastly we'll go to the bridge pickup here. That one's really got a bite and an attack to it that I like. That really cuts through nicely, that when you playing lead over something else, it finds its way in the mix. It's like a laser. I really like that. That's a good one. They're all good. That's the problem. You go on each one, you're like, yeah, that's the one. Then you try the next one, you're like, oh yeah, that's that's the one too. Very cool. Okay, so let's hear that last bridge pickup, but with the push-pull switch turned on. So we're now playing this pickup here is active, and we've brought the neck pickup in as well. Let's turn it off again so you can just hear them back to back. Then we add the neck pickup in. One last time. I like that. It adds some warmth to, you know, I guess, I don't know, I don't think it's essential that you need those options, but I do think it's nice to have them. It just gives you some extra choices, and it does thicken the tone, you know, like it feels like it's kind of inflated the tone, which I like. Okay, and if we now I'm on a blend of these two, but because I have this switch activated, I'm actually playing all three. So what you hear now is all three pickups are active. Okay, so I hope that that gives you an example of how each of those different positions sounds, like clean and also with a bit of gain through them. Personally, I think they all sound good, you know, like, I don't know, I don't think there's one that I particularly don't like. They all sound great. I love this guitar. It's so cool. I feel like it's got all of the telly that you need in a Telecaster, but I also think that having that extra Strat style, you know, pickup in there, I think it just gives the guitar a bit more range, gives you some more places you can go. And of course, if you want to do that kind of, you know, in-between position, you know, quacky sort of Strat stuff, it can do that too. I think this is a guitar that's got all the answers, you know, no matter what you want to do, I feel like this guitar can do it. You know, it's like, it's so versatile, it's really well made, it's amazing value. I think this was £800. So I don't know what that would be in dollars nowadays, probably. It's not that different, is it? I don't know, $1,000, something like that. But I think it's a great guitar, it's really well made, it can cover a lot of ground, and whoever wins this guitar is going to be very happy. To remind you of the details of the giveaway, this is running until the 11th of May. The details are in the description. Basically, you just need to follow us on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. And if you join the early bird waitlist for Beginner Guitar Secrets, you'll also get 50% discount off the standard price of the course. So it's exciting times for us here. We're looking forward to getting this new course out there. You're going to see a lot of this guitar over our social media over the next week or so. If you want a chance of winning this, please take part. Also, I was thinking last night, I was wondering, like, what are the chances of actually getting it? Because I'm not somebody who really enters competitions. I always feel like, oh, I'll never win. What's the point in entering? But I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, here on YouTube, each video we do gets probably about 5,000 views or something like that, something there or thereabouts. Let's say 1% of people actually click into the description and actually enter it. You know, so that's like 50 people are going to actually, you know, take the time to actually enter this competition. I don't know how many people will actually end up entering it, but I think the odds are pretty good. You know, like if you wanna have a punt at winning a competition, I think this is a pretty good one. I think this is a pretty good one to try. I hope you've enjoyed this quick review of this Fender Player Plus Nashville Telecaster. As you can tell, I absolutely love the guitar. If you want to enter the giveaway, the link is in the description. You need to follow us on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. Join the early bird waiting list for Beginner Guitar Secrets, which will be out on the 11th of May. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one soon.